Once upon a time, in a sprawling city filled with sharp buildings and sharper schedules, there was a strange room in an old art museum. It had no corners. The walls were gently curved, the ceiling arched like the inside of a shell, and the floor sloped just enough to make walking feel like floating. No one knew who built it. No labels, no guides, just a plaque at the door. Leave what doesn't belong. But most visitors ignored it. They passed through in seconds, shrugging at the blank walls. "What's the point?" they said. "There's nothing here." But those who stayed, those who sat, breathed, and listened, began to feel something subtle. The room didn't echo. It absorbed. Frustration, regret, grief. They softened in the roundness of the space, like sound disappearing into velvet. One man, Tomas, came every week. He never spoke to the staff, just sat cross-legged in the center of the room with his eyes closed. When asked why, he said, "This is the only place I've found where my thoughts stop bouncing back at me." But then, one day, the museum announced it would be renovated. The room was to be repurposed into a cafe. Outrage. Petitions. Pleas. Nothing changed the decision. Therefore, on its final day, Tomas and dozens of others, quiet thinkers, private grievers, anxious artists, came not to protest, but to sit together in the stillness one last time. No one said a word. No one had to. And then, as they left, someone had etched a new line under the plaque. "What belongs can't always be seen, but it can be felt." Moral of the story: not every space is meant to be filled. Some are meant to hold what we cannot carry elsewhere.